Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Road 3 replay. Spawn bottom left side is the Magenta Empire of Alvin or Tay. Spawn top right side is the Blue Soviets. We have A&F. We got, of course, got a bear explorer on the field. Going for some bears. Up here we do have some dojo cores. He's going for, appears to be just the 2 dojo cores. The refinery core is now being flowed on out. Bears pushing the way forward, eyeing to secure up this oil dirt. You can pack deploy one. I want to get the engineer out and then use the other one to crush the bears as they start advancing. Oops, that is the wrong button there. Still the wrong button. And I don't know the camera reset button. I think that's back to normal. I think, yeah, pan is right click, not middle mouse button. Each game is a little bit different. I always forget which one's which. Oil or refinery's not being pulled on field. Got the first mecha bay now being pulled out. Refinery's still being pulled out over here and getting out some more wall segments and going for a fast sentry gun. Fast defensive sentry gun. He's eyeing to protect himself from the Mecha Tengu harassment. Over deck has been cleaned by both players. He's still got a bear in the center of the map. He may get ran over by a hovering vehicle. He does get crushed by a hovering vehicle. Now I do have a burst drone right there. This dojo core is blowing on field. He is going to be eyeing to capture up that oil derrick. That's going to gun down this bear, and now the Mecha Tengu does transform. Burst drone over here. Garrison by probably a conscript, could be a flak trooper. And now I do have a terror drone out on the field. Engineer trying to go for the capture. Does get the infect there, decides not to go for a kill on the engineer, decides to go for the infect instead. If he quickly reclaims it, takes the burst drone there. If he quickly reclaims the oil derrick, it does result in a bit of a loss there on resources. Does get the cash bounty there. Terror drone's gonna be eyeing to jump on top of that Imperial Warrior, but we do of course have a pair of Mega or Jet Tengus flying about. And we do got harassment here. The flak trooper inside does get killed off there. Does kill off the terror drone as well. I from some snares there, trying to hit the core collector now. Trying to go for the kill with the other Mecha Tengu. Does get a snare onto it. Here comes the MCV. Does get a good crush there. Does actually see a bit of bullets there, I believe. And this one will get crushed as well. Does go through that opening and does have plenty of health to work with. Does not foresee the reduced movement speed health. This Mecha Tengu is now advancing from the sea. Air drones eyeing just a camp now where the initial harassment point may be at. And does get gunned down right there. Transform another harassment here. Sickle now being pulled on field. Got of course the 2 bullfrogs here, ready to engage the Jet Tengus. Does get some damage there. Ore collector trying to make his way out of the refinery line. He does. And honorable discharge is going to kill off the ore collector. Does take out the ore collector there. Sickle now being focused down. Ore collector already halfway built. He does take out Sickle there as well. Another Sickle now pulled out on the field. Does get some good damage there. Receiving quite a bit of fire there. Conscript getting some damage on in. Does get infected this one. Want to focus on the other one, but the other one being infected. Get some hits there on the bullfrogs. And a Sickle likely will get killed off there. Does not take out the Mecha Tengu. The Mecha Tengu could go ahead and go back home to get some repairs. They got more Mecha Tengus being pulled out field. He's not eyeing for tier 2 just yet. Empire MCV right there. Does pull out some forward wall segments. Now got the Jet Tengus flying down south. Bullfrogs here. Does gun down that wounded Mecha Tengu. Then Tengus pushing way forward. Trying to get a good engagement. We'll find some harassment there. Receive a lot of damage there, so make it so the Sickle can quickly kill it off. Does get a cash bounty there. Mecha Tengu is now advancing onto the land. And does pull out some wall segments here as well. Does get some damage on the ore collector there. Another harassment coming on in. There's constant harassment of the Soviet line. Unable to pull out another refinery just yet. Ore collector seen a bit of fire there. He's low in credits, having trouble pulling out these wall segments. current time, he just may need to get a hammer tank to deal with these Mechatengus. He has plenty of bullfrogs. He does have a super reactor. There's the hammer tank. Sickle still receiving quite a bit of damage there. Sickle's a variable, powerful unit, but of course can't get easily focused down. Here comes the cannon shots. It does not get the kill there with a fraction of a health remaining. Maybe literally at 0 health. I'm not sure if this units in this game can survive at 0 health. Ore collector now being retested online, going for a crusher crane there. We go for a barracks here to reclaim this oil derrick. Do now have a mainframe core being put on the field. No naval dockyard, going for a 4th expansion. Soviet players still on 2 base. They got a Mechatango there. There may have been that wounded one. Crusher crane now deployed on the field. And this ore collector, I'm not sure what it's doing, but can retask online now. We'll get some repairs. This Mechatango will see a bit of fire there. Sentry gun still going up. Could use the dispenser to go along with him. And now here comes the ore refinery going on, being deployed. He'll still be very far behind economy. Another power generator. Is this H being teched up? I think that's being teched up. Still need to get the Mecha Bay upgrade, not the breakthrough, but I think the Dojo Core is upgrading. He's going straight for a Eureka. Yes, it's been teched up. We could see Dojo Breakthrough. I believe that's Dojo Breakthrough. Too slow to be a Shinobi. How fast does a Shinobi even build? Either way. Conscript does against the garrison there. Very nice. But looks like we're going to see either Rocket Angels or Yuriko. Yuriko, daughter of Yuri, is definitely much better than Rocket Angels. Rocket Angels are not good whatsoever. Especially versus bullfrogs, they stack up too much, so the AoE damage from bullfrogs do a little bit extra more damage there. Does play a defense drone there in order to keep his ore collector collecting, as well as get them on these Mechatengus. And the conscript does go down. Garrison's been cleaned up. Engineer capturing up this oil derrick. Sells off the barracks immediately. You got a line of walls from both players, and maybe a hole there. That doesn't look like a very well placed wall. And now I do have the construction yard one of you. Another conscript being sent on forward, primarily for scouting. He does get some good damage there onto the conscript, taking him out. Bullfrogs here, twin blade deployed on the field, and there's the Eureka Omega. Eureka on the field, able to quickly take out any of the ground forces, or air forces that the Soviet player has. The Empire player also now has a wave force artillery to support Eureka. There's a lot of wall segments there that can hold back Eureka for quite a bit of time, but the wave force artillery does do collateral damage. You need to make sure the target on the back line wall segments there, and we'll cleave through an entire amount of walls. Now he's starting to push them forward. He's targeting one of the back walls now. We'll be able to get a pretty good cleave through them. Gets directly there on the MCV. Now there's a breach there for Eureka. Some Rock Angels could be useful. Twin Blades pushing forward, gets good harassment there on the naval expansion. Does not take it out there. Big mistake. Send back the Twin Blades there. Construction yard are now seeing massive fire. Now, do you have a Sea Wing deployed on the field for anti-aircraft purposes? Very nice. Bullfrogs cannot engage it, so that will be a good item to protect against these Twin Blades. Eyeing for a shot on the MCV. Does escape on the MCV. Could push back to the pressure crane to get some repairs. Let's keep it on the front line. And now do you have a good engagement there. Eureka does not get a grab onto these Twin Blades, but of course these will be gunned down by the lack of Bullfrog Twin Blades. Does take out all the Twin Blades there. May lose all those Mecha Tengus or Jet Tengus, but of course that is very cost effective. Twin Blades are not cheap. I think that's quite an aggressive move there. Can slowly cleave through all these walls. Need some collateral damage there. And now, is that Desolate Airstrike? That may be Desolate Airstrike. Eureka's not getting out of there quick enough. But grab, does grab there. And does get Yuriko melted there, and she did not grab the Desolator aircraft to kill it off. Pretty sure she can instantly snipe it. Blade now hitting the ore collector. The Striker VX is seeing a bit of fire there as well. Oil Derrick is starting to go on down. Ore collector here is seeing a bit of fire. He has 2 naval yards here. Empire is going for a quite gritty eco play. Could use another Sea Wing here, but I don't think he has a... He does actually have the first level docks. Sea Wing right there. Could be sent up here to help protect this region. Another Yuriko or Mega now deployed on the field. Will take a bit of time to cleave through these walls. Can Yuriko not hit walls? Guess not. Conscripts getting some small arms fire there. Does manage to sneak on through. Does take time to destroy that. Hammer tank there going for the ore refinery. Hammer tank still alive. And now pick up the terror drone. This Yuriko is not exactly being well microed there. Hammer tank getting some good damage there. Gets taken out by a terror drone. Twin Blades push does get a good kill there. This ore collector has been rebuilt. Now the Twin Blades eyeing for this naval expansion. Not rebuilding the ore collector there. And see if he can push me forward. I think you've seen a lot of repairs from that crusher crane. Something got crushed there as well. I think that hammer tank may have been crushed there because there's a fresh terror drone on its corpse. And now we've got the ore refinery. It does go down there. And now these tank buses are being picked off there. You now have this Defender Corps deployed on the field. Megs and Twin Blades advances forward. Barracks deploys on another Yuriko Omega. And now the Twin Blades do get forced back through the Striker VXs. Wave Force Artillery may just want to back out the region. We've got these Striker Sea Wing here. Clouds focus on the Sea Wing, going straight for the Harvester there. Takes out the Harvester. And does not take out any of these Twin Blades. Good enough. A couple of them are elite, one's veteran. Striker VX here does avoid the Striker VXs, does receive a bit of a volley there on the elite one. Maybe trying to eye for here, but do you have Defender Corps? Does get some damage here, does reverse move a couple of them out the arc, does lose one of them, the veteran one. One of the elite ones have turned fully heroic, may want to fall back to the Crush Crane to get some repairs. I hear another airstrike, this is another Desolator airstrike likely. Which will force this opponent back once again. Desolator aircraft does go down. Now the civilian structure now is under siege. Lord has been destroyed. This one's still up and going. I do got a good number of Twin Blades here. A couple of them still damaged. The Heroic one's not fully healed. Makes here for escort as well. Now I do have these Twin Blades eyeing for another advance there. Could focus down some of these units. Makes does take out that Mecha Tengu. Defender Corps does go down, does lose one of the Twin Blades. Another Twin Blade does go down there, takes out the Jet Tengu. Now the refinery is under full siege. And he saw the Yuriko with the walls there. You can use, of course, the Wave Force Artillery to get some collateral damage there. It does take out the refinery. 2 Sea Wings are now there. And now there's a breach there. Striker VX is charging forward with some tank busters. Yuriko is in the back. Wave Force Artillery trying to gauge on it. Does get a good volley there onto the Wave Force Artillery taking out. Needs to hit that Yuriko Mega. Push back on in. Yuriko Mega does get the kill down the MCV, but does lose the majority of those Twin Blades. At least half of them. Got a good number of Bullfrogs here to engage those Striker VXs. Takes out a Chopper VX. Now I got these tank forces pushing forward. Gains good damage to the Orc that does up armor. Twin Blades now advancing. Takes out the tank busters immediately, and the Imperial Warriors do go down as well. Maybe a good idea to force fire the ground to unload and reload those missiles. Another refinery core deployed over here. There's still 12,000 credits left on this ore node. Though this ore refinery could get picked off there. It does spot the ore refinery there. Does fire off some missiles there. Gets severe damage. Doesn't take it out. Windblade escapes out of there as well. And there was nothing to stop the terror drone. May get the kill there. Oh, so close. Definitely worth a shot. That was a great play by the Soviet. Just was not quick enough. Does get another terror drone right there. The ore refinery is getting repaired up. That will also save them some credits of not losing the ore refinery. May want to push more down south. May want to transform one of these guys to take out that terror drone. Soviet naval expansion now pulled on the field, going for a Tesla coil there. I think that was a Sea-Wing. The Tesla coil will engage the submerged Sea-Wings and submerged Yari mini-subs. Over here, we've now got the twin blade spans forward. Let's get a good shot there onto that power generator. And this refinery does go down. Eureka Omega redeployed. Veteran C1 now. Good number of terror drones. They could potentially snipe Eureka Omega. Does get some infects there. Takes out, get 3 infections. Twin blades see a bit of fire. There's a lot of anti-aircraft here to escort Eureka Omega. Eureka's now eyeing for the refinery. Takes out the refinery there. Now she's fully heroic. Takes out the MiG as well. Twin blades now diving on the Eureka. Eureka does go down. Does take out the airfield, but now these Striker VXs could transform. Let's pick off one of them. Can't really move around with it. The infection takes him out manually. Makes now push way forward. Does get some kills there. And there goes all those Chopper VXs. Got some Sea-Wings here for defense. The coil was canceled. There's 2 ore collectors here. They need to be untasked. One needs to be tasked. One of them needs to be brushed. Does roll a miss there with the ultra torpedoes. Could potentially get some damage on these Sea-Wings, the Akula sub there. And we do got a final voyage from the Akula sub. Another Yuri mini sub there. He can use final voyage to quickly pick it off. He does. Power generator does go down. Does not knock into low power there. This has been retasked. He does bring back the healthier one. All refineries are up and going. Doesn't have this top expansion anymore. Just now advancing forward. This time with a bunch of Striker VXs and a Wave Force artillery. Barracks is down, so there's no more Euricos. Alright, focus on these Striker Defender cores. Let's take it out quickly. Let's take out that airfield. Takes out that ore collector as well. And here comes the terror drones. Still is not really deployed out counter to these terror drones. Getting all of them, multiple infections there. Wait, wasn't the Wave Force artillery infected? I must be going crazy. Striker VX is more than getting infected there. Eyeing to hit the ore factory now. Let's get some good damage. That attack force has been cleaned up quite easily. Down south, we do have now fully heroic Dreadnought. It can use sacrificial launchers and get some health regen, but right now it's receiving quite a bit of damage from these Striker VX or Chopper VXs. Doesn't have any MiGs out in the field to take them out. Going for a flak tower. There's a bullfrogs, multiple frogs getting some good damage on the heroic one. That can, of course, heal himself up eventually. Maybe we are probably eyeing for a bullfrog now. And now he's trying to focus on the Mega Bay. Level 2 satellites, not level 3 satellites. Does get good damage there. Mecha Bay is almost going down. That is, of course, a very upgraded Mecha Bay there. Takes up the Mecha Bay. And we'll be falling back the rest of these Twin Blades. Does lose the heroic one. And now I do have, looks like Desolate Airstrike raining on in. That could destroy the Orc if he doesn't move around. Twin Blades seem a bit more damage there. Lord's now there severely wounded, and the Desolate Airstrike will take out the Orc Collector. Air drones apparently can affect submerged units. Very nice. We do now have these tank cluster ambush. Takes out the war factory. Could use a sickle, but doesn't have a sickle. Could use a twin blade to pop on up. Getting out Crusher Crane now. These are Striker VXs, not twin blades. Airfield does go down. Here comes the twin blades to quickly pick off these tank busters. Conscript getting some damage as well, getting fully heroic, allowed to heal himself up. Now trying to focus on this Crusher Crane. Got these Bullfrogs, thanks for getting some big damage there onto these Chopper VXs. Does take out a couple of them there. Ooh, an honorable discharge blows up a couple of those Bullfrogs. Naginata cruiser now put on the field. Of course, it's infected. We of course have a Naginata cruiser to support out the Naginata cruiser. He does need to advance onto land. We got these balloon bombs charging forward. He could select the balloon bomb to gauge the MCV. He does lose the MCV there. And blue bombs. That's definitely a level 2, maybe level 3 balloon bombs. And Soviet player does back up the game now. His grade saying, thank you for watching and on to next replay.